Hello and welcome to Numeristical, bringing you the picks of the day for Saturday, June 8th. It's 8:45 in the morning here, California time, and let's review the picks from yesterday. So yesterday I had a pretty good day, especially compared to the shellacking we took the day before. So we had four money line picks, and we hit three out of the four, including two big underdogs. So we got the Nationals as a big underdog, came through. We got 1.8 units there. The Athletics also beat the Blue Jays in the ninth inning. Broke up a tied game there to win it in the ninth, and got 1.5 units there. Also got the Padres minus 117, and then we took a loss on the Rangers, who did not beat the Giants. Overall, on the money line, we were up 3.15 units, so it takes a little of the sting out of the -5 we had before. We're now down 8.5 units for the season on the combined money line and totals. On the spreads, we had also the Rangers again, +1.5. They lost by 3, I think, so we took a loss there too. So lost a unit on the Rangers Giants, so we're down, we're up 0.3 units for the season on the spreads model. Moving on to the picks for today. So on the money line, here's the full set of games. And then after our filters, it's telling us to look at actually quite a few games. 5 home teams and 3 away teams. So first up, home teams, the Phillies and the Mets, they're actually playing, it's a home game for the Mets, but it's actually being played in London. And model is saying to take the Mets +136 if you can get it. So let's click over to money lines. So you can see over here, games at London Stadium. And we want the Mets +136, and we see them +140 at Caesars and at Bookmaker. So let's do that. Let's take the Mets +140. Mets +140. Okay. And next one to look at, Giants and Rangers again. Again, it likes the Rangers if you can get -116. So the model seems to like the Rangers more than the bookies do, at least in this matchup, or maybe it doesn't like the Giants. I don't know which is the case. But let's take a look. Rangers. Oh, actually, no. This line. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm confusing the sign. So actually, no. We're the home price is -133, and we want -116. So actually, we're more aligned with the bookies than I thought. So we're looking for -116, and we're not going to find it. So we won't take a bet there. And in fact, our straight line, our sort of no vig line, will be -141, which is kind of pretty close in line to what they have. Okay, next up. Blue Jays and the Athletics again. It's saying to take the Athletics again if you can get 143. So let's take a look at the Athletics. And we got 146 at circa. So let's go ahead and do that. Athletics +146. $146. Okay. Next up, Dodgers Yankees. Likes the Yankees here. They played a really tight game yesterday, but it's saying take the Yankees if you can get -118. And it says it's showing -119, so pretty close. Let's see. And you can see we got -117 here at Superbook. So let's do that. Yankees -117. Okay. Next up, Astros Angels. says take the Angels at 169, which might be a stretch, but let's look. Angels, yeah, we're not going to get 169. Best we'll get is 150, so no bet there. Now we're looking at the visiting teams. So first visiting team it likes is the Mariners. Mariners against the Royals. Mariners were up 7-0 in the first inning yesterday, and the Royals came back and won. So model's not quite factoring in sort of the psychological impact of that, but the model is saying to take the Mariners if you can get minus 114. So let's see if we can get that. Mariners, and we're not going to get minus 114. The best we're getting is minus 126. So no bet there. Next up, Orioles at the Rays. It likes the Orioles at minus 126. Let's see if we can find that. Orioles minus 126. Yeah, in fact, Orioles minus 123. This just moved. Let's see. Yeah, so just, okay. So the line's actually moving sort of against us, saying that the bettors are disagreeing with us, and they're moving the line to encourage betting on Baltimore. But we will follow the model. The model says it likes Baltimore at minus 126. We're getting minus 123. So let's do it. Orioles minus 123 at South Point. Okay, and then finally the Tigers, Brewers Tigers, likes the Brewers at minus 149. Let's see if we get the Brewers at minus 149. Brewers minus 159, not seeing minus 149. So we won't find a bet there. But still, it looks like we got a pretty busy day on the money line. 4 bets: Mets plus 140, Athletics plus 146, Yankees minus 117, Orioles minus 123. Let's move on to the totals. Here's the full list of totals for the day, and the points and the under and over probabilities. Saying look at 4 unders. First one is the Nationals Braves under 8.5. It wants plus 104. So let's take a look. Nationals Braves. Click over to totals. And it's at 8.5. And it looks like the line's already moved to 8. There's a couple 8.5s left at minus 115, but we were looking for like plus 104. So we're not going to find a bet there. 8.5 minus 113 there. So no bet there. Next up is the Rays and Orioles again. It's saying under 8. If you can get minus 105, we'll call it. So under 8 minus 105 on the Rays Orioles. It's over here. And yeah, we want 8, but we want minus 105. Doesn't look like we're getting minus 105 anywhere. Minus 110 across the board a few places. Minus 108, but not quite getting minus 105 on that. So no bet there. Next up, Tigers Brewers under 8. Wants 110 plus 110, so that's a stretch. We're kind of looking for 8.5 there. Let's see. Tigers Brewers. Yeah, now you see 8s across the board, nothing close to even money. And then last up, Yankees Dodgers saying under 9. If you can get plus 107, which is again a reach. But let's see what we can get at under 9 on the Yankees Dodgers. And in fact, they've mostly moved to 8.5. So we will not find a bet there. So looks like no picks on the totals. Let's take a look at the spreads model. Here's the games and the spreads that the model is computed. And after our filter, saying look at 4 home teams. So again, a lot of these are repeats, right? So the Mets plus 1.5. It's saying take it minus 114. So let's see if the Mets plus 1.5 minus 114 on the spreads. So we got the Mets plus 1.5 minus 108 over here. So let's do that. So again, it's a little weird when you bet the same team. I mean, because this is just kind of for kicks. I've been counting them as full unit bets on both the spreads and the money line when I bet the same team on both. And of course, those two are very highly correlated, whether they win outright and whether they win via the spreads. So, something to keep in mind when you're assessing the model is that we're kind of doubling up on these same games. So we had Mets plus 1.5 minus 108. So let's put that down. Oh, I'm sorry, I should leave a space there because this is the next day. Mets 1.5 plus 1.5 minus 108. Okay, next up, Rangers minus 1.5 wants plus 170, which looks like a reach. Giants, Rangers. And you see we're not getting plus 170. Best we're getting is plus 155, so no bet there. Next up, the A's plus 1.5. It says minus 113 on the A's plus 1.5. And again, not getting minus 113, getting minus 120. And then finally, the Yankees Dodgers. It says take the Yankees minus 1.5. So that's a bold bet to give up a 1.5 against the Dodgers. And they're saying they want 168 for the Yankees minus 1.5. Yankees minus 1.5, and we do have 168 exactly at BetOnline. So we'll put that down. Yankees minus 1.5 plus 168. Okay, so that's it. So we really got 4. It's really 4 games. It's the Mets, Yankees, Athletics, and Orioles. And for the Mets and Yankees, it likes them both against the point spread and straight up. The Mets are actually getting a 1.5. Yankees are giving up a 1.5. So those are the picks for today. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.